Welcome to our Clark's classes. Today, I am going to discuss some important problems of electromagnetic waves. Of course, some problems connected to Maxwell's equations also. Before going to start the problem solving, let me give a brief background to electromagnetic waves required to solve these problems. Okay. So, we know that a periodic variation of electric and magnetic field is electromagnetic wave. That is, if direction of propagation is c, let us say c is the velocity of light in the direction, electric field and magnetic field and direction of propagation always perpendicular to each other. The first point you have to remember is this one. Okay. The first point you have to remember is electric field, magnetic field, and direction of propagation are perpendicular. The second point is that means from the knowledge of vectors, the dot product of E and B 0, that are E cross B must be the direction of propagation. These two are very, very important equations, plays a very important role. Then let us say it is traveling along x direction. From a given equation, how do you find direction of propagation? Look at, suppose if electric field is given as E naught sine omega t minus kx. So from this function, we'll find the direction, sine function. Okay. If omega t minus kx is there, this represents a wave traveling along positive x direction. If omega t plus kx is there in the sine function, it represents a wave traveling along negative x direction. Okay. From the sine function of electric field or magnetic field, we can find the direction of propagation. That's the one. And the ratio of the electric field strength to the magnetic field strength is the velocity of light. And also we can write velocity of light c is equal to 1 by square root of mu naught epsilon naught if it is air. If it is medium, then write mu and epsilon. That's all. And the intensity of the wave, how do you define intensity? The amount of energy passing through unit normal area in unit time intensity is half epsilon naught. This is epsilon naught E naught square into c, okay, where I is the intensity. And the momentum of that wave is given by energy by c, where c is the last vector. So these are the very, very important concepts required to solve the problems of electromagnetic waves. And if you look at the Maxwell's equation, the first equation is nothing but Gauss law in electrostatics. Gauss law. Okay. The surface integral of electric field, that is integral of E dot dA is equal to 1 by epsilon naught times the charge enclosed by that surface. And this is the Gauss law in magnetism. E dot dA is 0. So this indicates, okay, so there is no single pole exist. Always the magnetic lines are closed one. And the third one is Faraday's law. This is Faraday's law. Faraday's law. What it says is EMF is equal to negative gradient of the negative time gradient of magnetic flux. That is EMF is equal to d pi by dt. Here that pi is the flux, okay, of magnetic field. So E dot dl is also equal to EMF only, because E is equal to electric field is equal to negative gradient of potential difference. Okay. So this is Faraday's law. And the third one is the combination of Ampere's law and Maxwell's equation. Okay. So integral of B dot dl is equal to mu naught IC. This is IC is the conduction current. And the second part is due to displacement current. Whenever the electric flux varies with the time, it also produces current. That current is called displacement current. So the formula for displacement current is epsilon naught into d phi e by dt. Here phi is electric flux. Okay? So these are the basic things required for solving the problems. Let us start the one by one the problems of electromagnetic waves. Let me clear this one. So look at this. Here, the magnetic field in a plane electromagnetic wave. Here, plane electromagnetic wave is the one whose intensity remains constant, doesn't vary with distance. Okay. So B is equal to B naught sin kx plus omega t j cap. Okay. Here, the direction of magnetic field is j cap, that is along y-axis. Okay. So as I said earlier, how do you find direction of propagation? From sine function. Here, kx plus omega t is given. So this represents a wave traveling along negative x. Remember that kx and omega t of same sign, it is traveling along negative x direction. Kx and omega t are the same direction, it's traveling along positive x direction. So based on this knowledge, let us identify which of the following represents electric field. Okay. So here this one. Okay. B, C. Okay. Direction of propagation. So apply E cross B is equal to C. So K cross J is minus K cap. So this is the answer. The electric. Of course, E naught by B naught is always velocity of light. If you apply this concept, you will get the correct answer. Electric field. So let us take this next problem. Look at this. Here, the electric field of a plane electromagnetic wave is given by E is equal to E naught cos kz cos omega t. Of course, direction of electric field is I cap. I cap means along positive x direction. Given electric field direction. Okay. Of course, here the equation is given in the stationary form. So we have to find the corresponding magnetic field. Okay. So if it is given in progressive format, progressive wave format, already we discussed the earlier one, but here it is given in stationary wave form. So then to solve these problems, we need Maxwell's equation. Okay, that is Faraday's law. Let me explain how to look at this. Okay. So here the electric field is given as E naught cos kz cos omega t. Okay. So if the electric field is along x-axis, okay, so this is I cap, it is j cap, it is k cap. Okay. The wave is traveling along z-axis. That's what this gives, z-axis. Okay, fine. So if you take a closed path A to B, B to C, C to D, and D to A. Okay, I'm going to apply the concept integral of E dot dl is equal to minus d phi by dt according to Faraday's law. Okay, so along AB the electric field is E plus dE. Along CD the electric field is E. Okay, so let me apply this E dot dl along the closed path AB, BC, CD. Okay, let us apply this. So if I apply that along that path, okay, so E plus dE into H minus EH is equal to here magnetic flux. Magnetic flux formula is B into area. B into area. Area is H into dz. If I apply this formula, I will get the very, very important relation between electric field and magnetic field. dE by dZ is equal to minus dB by dt. That means if you know the electric field, okay, differentiate with respect to Z. That's what I did. Differentiate with respect to Z because electric field is given earlier. This is the electric field. Okay, the electric field is given. Okay, so if I differentiate with respect to Z, I will get dB by dt, of course with negative sign. This is the very important. Then integrate with respect to time dB, you will get magnetic field. Okay, so you will get magnetic. So here very, very important thing is dE by dZ is equal to minus dB by dt. Suppose if the wave is traveling along x direction, dE by dx. Okay, so here in this case Z is the direction of propagation. Okay, fine. So let us start the next one. Here the magnetic field of electromagnetic wave is given by, okay, so here the direction of magnetic field is 2i cap plus j cap. This is the direction, remember that. That means it is in xy plane. The magnetic field vector is in xy plane and the direction of propagation is here plus z is there, that means minus z, the direction of propagation. Okay. You have to find the associated electric field, that means the electric field of this magnetic field. Okay. So we know that the basic concept here is, okay, first we can calculate the electric field because electric field by magnetic field is the velocity of light. The direction of propagation is minus k cap. Direction of magnetic field is 2i cap plus j cap, and apply the property E dot B must be 0, E cross B must be the direction of propagation. Since direction of propagation is known, direction of magnetic field is known, find out direction of electric field. From that you will get the required equation. Easy only. Look at the next one. A plane electromagnetic wave of wavelength lambda has intensity I. Here intensity is given, remember that. It is propagating along positive x direction, remember that. Positive y direction, positive y direction. The allowed expressions for electric and magnetic fields are, okay, allowed expression for electric and magnetic field. So let us solve this. So look at this. So we know that electric field and magnetic field are perpendicular to each other. And here this is the electric field. This is E naught. We know that intensity I is equal to half epsilon naught E naught square into C. Intensity of the wave. That means I by C will give the energy stored per unit volume, energy density. Okay? So from this equation, because intensity is given, I can find electric field. I can find electric field. Once I know the electric field, I can calculate magnetic field also. So now if I apply that property, okay, so we can calculate the expression for electric field. Only thing here, the main important in this problem is the intensity. You should know the intensity of electromagnetic wave formula. So look at the next one. Okay. The electromagnetic wave is represented by an electric field E naught omega t plus 6y minus 8z. Remember that. Okay. So this part will give the direction of electric field, direction of propagation. Okay. So as I said, omega t plus kx represents a wave traveling minus x direction. Okay. So this equation will give us an idea which direction is propagating. So he's asking to find the direction of propagation, the unit vector in the direction of propagation. Okay. So easy one. Let us solve this one. So as I said, okay, here plus sign is there. The direction of propagation is along minus 6y minus 8z. It is a vector in yz plane. That means minus 6y plus 8z. That is the direction of propagation. So you can write minus 6j plus 8k. So k is the unit vector along z direction. And you want unit vector divided by its modulus. I will get the direction of propagation, which is minus 3j cap plus 4k cap by 5. This is the direction of propagation. So remember, this is very important. This will give us the idea about the direction of propagation. It is in the moving in yz plane. Next one. So here, a monochromatic beam of light has frequency given. Direction of propagation is given. That is I cap plus j cap by root 2, unit vector in the direction. So naturally, it is propagating along in xy plane. It is polarized along k direction. What do you mean by polarization? That means along k direction, the electric field vector is always along k. That is the direction of polarization. So you have to find the acceptable form of magnetic field. The acceptable form of magnetic field in the following reasons. Okay. So we know the direction of propagation. We know the direction of electric field. Let us find out the direction of magnetic field. Okay. Here, look at this. So the direction of electric field is k cap given, polarized in the direction. The unit vector, the direction of propagation is I plus j by root 2. I plus j by root 2. Now apply the property E cross B must be the direction of propagation. That is, n cap is the unit vector in the direction of propagation. Okay. So I know E, I know n. Find out B. So from that, I will get the B value. I cap minus j cap by root 2. Okay. So I will get the B. Of course, n cap is the direction of propagation. Okay. That is already known. So this is almost we are applying the same concept, that is E cross B is the direction of propagation. So let us take the next one. Fine, it's slightly different one. An electromagnetic wave from air enters into medium. The electric fields are E1 and E2 given. Okay, electric fields are given. And k is the wave number and frequency is nu. Fine. The medium is non-magnetic. If epsilon r, relative permittivity of medium 1, relative permittivity medium 2 is given, then you have to find the relation between the relative permittivities of medium 1 and 2. Okay. And we know that if E is equal to some E naught into sine omega t minus kx, and omega by k is the velocity of the wave c, which is equal to 1 by square root of mu and epsilon naught. Remember that this plays a very important role. Okay. Omega by k is velocity of light, which is equal to 1 by mu and root of mu and epsilon, where mu is permeability, epsilon is permittivity. So from this knowledge, let us try to solve this one. Okay. So omega by k is C1, omega by 2k is C2. From that, we'll get the ratio of velocities in two media, the ratio. And relative permeability is defined as permeability of the medium by permeability of free space. And relative permittivity is defined as permittivity of the medium by permittivity of free space. So we know this C value. Okay. And non-magnetic means mu r is 1. Okay. Now substitute in the C value, you will get epsilon r1 by epsilon r2 is 1 by 4. Okay. In this equation, you can substitute. Fine. So look at another different problem. Here, a lamp emits a monochromatic green light uniformly in all directions. This is a point source. The lamp is 3% efficient in converting electrical power to electromagnetic waves, which consumes 100 watts of power. You have to find the amplitude of electric field associated with electromagnetic radiation at a distance of 5 meters from the lamp. Okay. So it's a slightly different. You have to find the electric field. So in case of a plane wave, the electric field doesn't depend on distance. Whereas in case of a point source, okay, whose intensity varies as 1 by r square, electric field varies. Let us see how it varies. Now look at this. Okay. First, calculate the power because efficiency is 3% of 100 watts. Okay. So then we know that intensity I. How did you define intensity? The amount of energy emitting per unit time powered by the area. In this case, area through which these waves are propagating is spherical. So 4 pi r square. So you will get intensity. Then we know that intensity of the wave is half epsilon naught E square into C. Of course, E naught this one. So once you know the peak value of EMF, we can find even RMS is E naught by 2. So apply this concept. Okay. So in case of a point source, intensity varies as 1 by r square. So look at the next one. Next one is, which is a different from the previous problems. Okay. Here, the magnetic field at all points within a shaded circle is 0.5 and directed into the plane and decreasing at the rate 0.1 Tesla per second. So the electric field is varying, the magnetic field is varying with time over a cylindrical region. So this time variation of this magnetic field produces electric field. So we have to find the electric field. Okay. Fine. So let me, and also is asking when you place a ring, what is the current and all. Okay, let me explain this. Look at this. Okay. So dB by dt is given as minus 0.1 Tesla per second. Okay. And we know that integral of E dot dl is minus d5 by dt. Integral of E dot dl. E dot dl represents EMF. So E dot dl over this region, if you look at the E dot dl over this region, E into 2 pi r is equal to pi r square into dB by dt, the rate of change of magnetic flux. So if I substitute the R value and given value, I will get electric field as 5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 volts per meter. Electric field. So from that I can calculate voltage or EMF. I can calculate the EMF. EMF by resistance will give the current. Because E dot dl represents potential difference, which is nothing but EMF. Okay. You can also find electric field. So look at the last problem where a proton is released. That means a release from rest means U value 0 in a room. It starts with initial acceleration A0 towards west. proton is a positive charge. Naturally, the electric field is also in the west direction only because F is equal to EQ. EQ. Fine. So we get the direction and magnitude of electric field. But when it is projected towards north, that means the velocity direction is j cap with a speed v naught. It moves up with initial acceleration is 3a naught towards west. That means the magnetic force direction is minus I cap. West is minus I. Especially when they give north, south, east, west, up or down, use ij cap to reduce the confusion. To remove the confusion, use ij cap. Okay? So now the electric field and magnetic fields in that room you have to find. Okay? So let us start this problem. Look at this. Let me fix the coordinate system. East is I cap, north is j cap, up is minus k cap, down is minus k cap, west is minus. Okay. So in this frame of reference, if you apply according to the given one, okay. So electric field EQ. From this, the electric field direction is minus I cap, which is nothing but west. Okay. Next, we know that the magnetic field direction is given by F is equal to Q into V cross B. F is equal to Q into V cross B. So direction of F is given west. Direction of velocity is given north, that is j cap. From that, you will get the direction of magnetic field. Okay. So that means the minus k cap you will get. Minus k cap represents vertically down. Okay. Now based on this, now you can answer these questions. Okay. Fine. So these are some important models related to electromagnetic waves and Maxwell's equation also. So thank you.